Welcome to the Fit2 Perform Podcast.
You just found the #1 health and fitness podcast for performers. Thank you for joining us as we bring you meaningful, helpful, and accurate information. And
remind you that fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Right now, you're listening to one of our talk episodes, during which Bobby and I talk about stuff. And if you like what we do, then please leave us a review.
Go on, do it. On that note, cue the music.
I've never thought this before. When he said cue the music that time, I just really pictured a snooker cue.
What, like I was just pressing play on a
stereo, using a snooker cue.
Using a snooker cue.
This is our first talk episode with the new podcast title.
With the new podcast title. It felt very strange saying it out loud.
It's odd.
It's the first time I've said it out loud on the podcast. So.
The Fit2 Perform podcast. The Fit2 Perform podcast. Yes, it is a change for those people who've been with us for nearly 3 years now.
For a lot of episodes.
I realised that the other day, didn't we? It's nearly 3 years.
Nearly 3 years.
In April.
That's wild.
Well, we'll celebrate if we get there.
What's going to happen before April?
When we get there. But yes.
See you when you get there.
I feel like that's a chunky amount of time.
3 years is a long old time. To have been doing a podcast we've released an episode every single week.
At least one. If for like 2 years we did two.
That was a brutal period.
Hellish.
I won't lie, that took its toll on me.
Same. It was hard. Also, just like sourcing guests.
We would have run out so quickly.
I don't think there's that many people in the industry.
I do not have any.
So why the name change? I guess should let people know.
Well, we just wanted to create like a cohesive brand between when we were calling it. It made sense calling it the Fit2 Talk podcast when we initially created it, because that was what it was. That was what we were creating. But it no longer felt like the identity of the podcast.
Yeah, and I think that was slightly misleading by accident in that you could feasibly have looked at our marketing for the podcast on Spotify. We market often on Spotlight. Maybe we should.
Where our marketing budget goes. What marketing budget?
All 50 pence of it. When you see it on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, you could be forgiven for thinking that it was purely a fitness podcast.
Yeah,
and I think having perform in the title, which is the purpose of this after all. It's not just like, yes, there's loads of transferable, applicable information to just people who might like performance and then can apply these things to their life too. But realistically, we're on about being fit in the true definition of that term. We talk about it all the time.
Yep.
To perform in whatever that is, like to be in this industry and to do that. And actually, it felt really stupid that we called it anything else.
Yeah, when we spoke about it, we were like, well, that's so obvious. Why is it not called that?
It was insanely obvious, and yet not to us.
No.
For quite some time.
Somebody could have told us.
Yeah, I bet people probably did, and we just never listened. They were like, guys, why have you called it that?
Why is it called Fit2 Talk? But it made sense. Fit2 Talk made sense for a long time.
It does. And we're still keeping that this is a talk episode.
Yeah, they are still going to be talk episodes.
Where
they're not going to be performing episodes.
Can you imagine? Maybe we are performing now.
Ooh.
Or maybe you just do a number at the beginning.
Why me?
Well, it wasn't. It's not. Nobody wants to hear me.
Yes, they do. They definitely do.
No one needs that in their life. Yes. So you're now listening to the Fit2 Perform podcast.
Feels good. Feels right. Feels right to say it out loud.
It does. It's weird. You said it sounds strange, but we've done some guest episodes already, and I was like, this is just better.
This is just way better.
The Fit2 Perform podcast. Yes.
Perform podcast. Yeah.
Yes. And a talk episode if you want to be really specific.
Yeah.
Which nobody does.
Subcategory.
Nobody needs that specificity. As of time of recording, it's sort of 10 to 4 in the afternoon, we should say. And we have just eaten lunch.
Yeah, I would say we have not managed our time well today.
We fucked up.
Food-wise, we've not managed our time well.
We both brought our food in. We were well prepared.
We were well prepared. We ahead of time,
had our food.
Was good to go. It was with us.
There was meal prep involved, is the simple answer. However,
what I would say got in our way was that we got into quite a passionate work mode, because
we did.
To give you the full rundown on our day, we got in, Steffan did a Zoom call with our clients. I was doing some work in our office, and then we had a little break. We were meant to have a little gap from there until when we started recording guest episodes. So we've had 2 wonderful guests in today. And we had a little gap, and the idea was we were going to eat in that gap. That felt like the right time to eat.
But it's super early, right?
It's early.
Because we need to start setting the studio up earlier on. We leave half an hour, and and if a guest's early, that is tight. So you're like,
but that is the time that we would ideally eat.
So you'd be eating lunch at 11:45.
Yeah, which is early, but hey ho, this is what we do.
But I forgot.
And we just forgot because we got into a passionate conversation about an element of the business that we are changing and
improving.
And time flew by. Time literally flew by whilst we had 2 cups of tea and discussed this topic.
And that wasn't one each.
No.
There were 4 cups of tea involved, and they were back to back in true.
We were chain drinking that tea.
Do you know what? I went back to Wales over Christmas and saw my family, and I forgot just how much they chain drink tea.
Yeah.
It is insanity. Loads of people are like, oh yeah, the kettle's always on in my house. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You have not finished 1 cup of tea before the next is being brought in to you. My parents have, I'm not exaggerating, at least 100 mugs.
What, just like mugs?
Mugs. Actual mugs.
Actual tea mugs.
2 cupboards. 2 cupboards are filled with mugs.
Wow. So are your parents teapot? Is it a teapot situation, or is it an individual tea bag situation?
My dad aggressively hates that we don't use the teapot when we're there. And he's like, oh, it's not been properly brewed. You can taste the difference. And in theory, I absolutely agree. I just don't agree that he can, in fact, taste the difference.
Have you ever tried to blind test him on it?
I have.
I knew you would.
And that is why I know he cannot taste the difference.
I knew that you'd done a test.
Which was glorious. But my mum, we've had this whole debate on the thing before because people shamed me on social media, you mainly.
Yes, correct.
That I poured milk in while the tea bag was still in the bag.
Disgraceful.
Which I understand.
Still, in my opinion, disgraceful.
I understand it's disgraceful, but you enjoyed your 2 teas earlier on. So
I did. They were decent. They were decent.
It's fine. It's an acceptable way. It's not the ideal, but it'll do.
Actually, no, in fairness, how did you? Oh no, you did do it the weird way.
I did do it the weird way, but it was oat milk, which is harder to judge
weird.
anyway.
It's also weird.
Yeah, you're already like, I don't know how much oat milk I need in this because I don't want oat milk in this. It's too sweet for tea. It's too sweet.
It's also a weird colour.
When you actually just look at oat milk, it's
a weird colour and it looks weird in tea.
It does.
It doesn't actually taste too bad.
Unless if you put a little bit too much in,
yeah,
I think it starts to taste weird.
Because it's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't take sugar in tea or anything.
No, neither do I. No.
So it's, because if I had sugar in tea and I'm at my parents' house and I'm having 17 teas a day, imagine, I wouldn't have any teeth.
Do they drink coffee?
Not really. My dad can't have caffeine of any kind.
Do you have decaf tea bags?
No. No, he does not, Bobby. You can see the joy in this, can't you? You can see where this comes from. Also, they will listen to this now because I joked for so long that my parents don't listen to the podcast, and my mum doesn't. But my mum doesn't. But they did, because neither of them listened to even the trailer for about 2.5 years of us doing this.
Fair.
And then eventually, my dad actually listened to an episode. They downloaded some when they went to America last for the plane.
Oh, interesting.
Because Maddie was like, you could listen to the podcast.
Yes. What you did on the plane? Listen to the podcast.
And so they listened to it and they watched it and they were like, it's quite good, this. I really enjoyed it. And I was like, okay.
There's a reason we've done 230 odd episodes.
But also I'm like, you're my parents. You should tell me it was great anyway. Oh my God. We haven't mentioned on the podcast my dad's review of the TV show.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
sorry, I am rambling now. However, I recorded a TV show over the summer, and during it was like a teen sci-fi drama in Wales, Doctor Who-esque. And anyway, I was like the teacher taking care of these students in this place, and then got infected, became a super zombie, and become the like main villain in the series.
He looks like zombie Jack Bauer. if you want a reference point, imagine Jack Bauer as a zombie.
But as a zombie, it was really, really fun. I had a great time. It was awesome. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, haven't been on anything on TV for a while of like a drama of something, been singing and shit, but not that. And I didn't ask anyone to watch it, but my parents watched 2 episodes. And he said, "Oh, I've just watched the first 2 episodes." I said, "What did you think?" He said, "Fine, not my thing." In text format with no follow-up.
Not even like, "You were great, I love what you did." Not my kind of show.
Nothing at all. Fine. And Dad, if you are listening to this, I screenshotted that. So
he did screenshot it and sent it to me.
So no arguments. Fine. Not my thing.
He's got the receipts.
And whenever I'm trying to explain to people what that sort of, like, when people are like, "Oh, were your parents like supportive?" Like, obviously my dad's in the industry and my mum knows a lot about it. And so, oh my God, my mum coming out of a show is brutal. It is brutality incarnate. So
I wish I'd heard her review of Joseph.
I actually don't remember what they said about Joseph. I don't know.
Like, I don't want to put words in their mouth.
Maybe not. But oh God. Oh, do you know what I haven't done? Is the joke.
Oh,
should we have a little joke?
Yeah, please tell me a joke.
I've got a couple.
Okay.
These are bad,
Ooh.
and I love them. Okay. What do you call a singer with a laptop on her head?
Don't know.
Adele.
Quite like that.
That one actually made me laugh when I read that. I was like,
that is actually legitimately quite funny.
Yes, that's a woman with a laptop on her head, or a singer is better, but you could say a woman, one of those gags.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
Big fan of that. Next came an old classic, which, when is a door not a door? When it's a jar.
Oh my God. That is a classic. I'd forgotten it.
I could see that in that moment. I was like, yes, he doesn't remember it.
I was like, I'm sure I've heard this before, but I don't know the punchline. There it is.
And then, how do you know when a toilet is embarrassed?
Don't know.
Well, it always gets a bit flush.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that'll do for today on that front.
On that note.
That's the end of the podcast.
3 questionable jokes. Okay.
Do you know what? I had somebody tell me the other day that they really loved the episode of you talking about becoming a dad.
Interesting.
And going, how much, when that came out, loads of people said the same thing.
Yeah.
We got loads of feedback on that, but actually it came up again the other day. Life update. Nearly 9 months in.
Well, as of the day of recording, we are exactly 9 months in.
And how is being a dad?
It is incredible. Like, it's incredible. Just like seeing him change every day, seeing him learning a new skill every day, him developing. It's like he's starting to get his real personality. We're starting to like see like the true child come through. Like, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. What I will say is it's relentless, and there is no downtime. There is no downtime. Not a single second. You're like, you think you got downtime, and then you go, oh no, there's no downtime. There's just no stopping. And it's like, I wouldn't change it for the world, but that is the reality of the situation, is like trying to balance everything and trying to keep all these plates spinning at the same time is quite complicated. And it's a difficult thing to negotiate, I think. Trying to do what is best for him, trying to do what is best for Sam, trying to do what is best for me, trying to do what is best for Bert as well. Like, it's such a complicated...
Bert is Bobby's dog, if anyone doesn't know.
Yeah, if you don't know, get to know. Bert is the best dog. Trying to just navigate that whole situation and what we want to do and what we want to achieve and how we want to bring up Lennon, like, it's very complicated, and it changes constantly. And like at the moment, we're like looking at like childcare stuff, and it's, like, I don't know. I feel like I think about it constantly. I think about everything to do with it constantly. So yeah, I'm like trying to navigate a new stage with it in that, like, I now feel like there's even more plates spinning, and I need to get better at managing that situation. And I need to get better at making decisions is something that I've realized recently, because now there's no downtime, but now I'm spending the time that could potentially be downtime worrying about lots of different things that I can't make a decision about because I don't know what to do. So I need to become better at like just analyzing something and going, okay, no, this is the decision I need to make. This is the right decision for the family. Do it, rather than like procrastinating and like going, well, I don't know if this is the right move. I don't know whether this is the right idea. That's exhausting. And like, quite frankly, it's like in the past few weeks, past month, it has messed with my sleep and messed with me mentally, just trying to like unpack everything that's going on and trying to, do the best for the family. It's complicated. Is what I would say. It's complicated.
There was something that Wendy Bollard said on one of our episodes. She was a mindset coach. If you haven't listened to those episodes, they are pure gold on those. She's so wonderful. And when I was speaking to her before, this was a long time ago now, but she said something I was doing, not for the same reasons, but a similar thing, agonizing over which decision to make. And she was like, a decision is the right answer. I mean, like, whatever decision is better than no decision. And you're not like tied to any decision. This
is the thing. I went through this exact thing yesterday. Like, Sam was teaching all day, and we've been umming and ahhing over a specific decision. I won't go into the details, but we've been umming and ahhing over this specific decision, and we've gone backwards and forwards constantly. And before Sam went in to teach her lessons yesterday, I was like, we've discussed this enough. I'm going to make a decision whilst you're teaching. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. And even then, like, she was teaching for like 8 hours back to back. It was brutal. But I was like, I spent the first like 5 hours umming and ahhing about it, like agonizing over this decision. And then I did that exact thing of going, I went, actually, any decision is the right decision right now, because I've looked at these options. Either could be fine, and I'm not tied to it. Like, if we take this option and that option doesn't turn out to be the right one, I can change that. I am in control of the situation. So there was definitely that moment of clarity about making a decision that came yesterday after a lot of agonizing.
I find this about the industry, actually. You know, I was talking to someone the other day about like this exact thing, but not in that context, that when people sort of finish a job or are on a job or in between jobs or whatever it is, people are afraid to commit to something else other than performing for a myriad of reasons, right? But then like that phrase like giving up comes up because you're like, oh, I can't go and interview at that place because of this. And you're like, you're not stuck there.
No.
Like, if you get an audition, go. Just be sick or whatever. Like you can always change your mind. And I think that's the best power that we have. Like, you're not actually tied to anything other than by choice. There is some degree of freedom in that you go. And actually as well, when you wake up and go, I'm choosing this. I'm choosing to be in this position, you know, like when work gets really difficult for us, when you're like, but we could just stop. And you're like,
the option is there. Like we're not trapped. We could quite easily stop.
And you go, let's not do this. Which would be awful.
It would be awful. I mean, it's not what we want to do, but there is, I think, by knowing that, by acknowledging that, you have more clarity in what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't get as like, there's that relief, because that pressure builds. You go, oh, I feel like I'm like underwater. I feel like everything's on top of me. Oh no, wait, I can choose to get out of this if I want.
Yeah. How do you, if you know, the struggle is now in how you manage that, how do you maybe intend to approach trying to change that way of thinking moving forwards?
I don't actually know, if I'm honest. I don't know. I think it's probably like twofold. I think I need to become more organized, and I think increasing my level of organization will make me better equipped to deal with these like decisions when they come up, because I think like they play off each other. I think because I'm a little bit disorganized at the moment for many reasons, partly just me. And then those decisions come up, and then like I then go, oh, but I haven't done this, so I can't make that decision now because I need to go and do something else. And then, oh, okay, let me make the decision. I don't know. They seem to play off each other. I think increasing my levels of organization will help. And then I think just like dedicating some time. I think this is one thing, and going like, okay, Sam and I are going to sit down. He's gone to bed. Sam and I are going to sit down for an hour. We're going to discuss the merits of this decision. Either way, pro, con, and we're going to make a decision there and then.
Yeah.
Like, I think by confining it to a period of time is going to be massively helpful.
That's a classic one for business. It's one of those tips that they go, you will deter a decision for the amount of time that you have. And it's the same reason they put deadlines on work, right? That they're like, you would spend, if it was the most important coursework in the world or dissertation, and it was the most important thing to you, you would spend as much time on it as you were given.
Yeah.
And you would never stop. Like going, okay, we have a finite amount of time, and at this point it's locked in. And that's the best decision we could make at that point in time.
Yeah.
And we can always change it.
And I think that's kind of why I managed to eventually make a decision yesterday, because I did have a deadline. I said to Sam that I would make this decision, obviously like not me on my own making the decision, but
take into account everything she'd said. Yeah.
I would take the decision by the time she finished teaching. And I knew that. So I did. And I think it did work. It did help.
So it worked for you. Just to, I guess, sort of jump back to the thing, have you learned anything about yourself in the last like 9 months? Or like, has being a dad changed anything for you? Or beyond the stuff of like obviously being a dad?
It's definitely changed my like priorities. It's definitely changed my priorities in general. Other than that, I don't actually, do you know what? I've not taken a moment to really like step back and look at my life and go, okay, like it's been a big year of lots of big things happening. Lots of big things happening. To be honest, I don't really know. I never realized how amazing being a dad would be. Like I always kind of knew I wanted to have a family. I didn't think it would be as amazing as it is. It's just so much fun. Like, yes, it's stressful. Yes, it's exhausting. Yes, it's just intense in so many ways, but it's, for me, and I would never like, this is definitely just me talking. For me, it's amazing. Like I love it. I love him so much. I love our family. I love our like time together. I think that's the thing I've realized. Like I didn't realize necessarily quite how much I wanted it until it was there. Also, I'm glad he's at a phase now where it's not just about keeping him alive.
It's brutal those first few months.
There was, the shift has definitely happened. It doesn't feel like I'm just like juggling a Fabergé egg. Yeah.
Like one hand.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's quite as like calamitous. It's definitely turned a corner, but it's
I love that. I think if we were to listen back, speaking about being a dad and stuff, I think, and correct me if this is wrong, or even when we sort of first met and were speaking about it was like, oh, it was something you might quite like to do, but previously maybe you hadn't thought it was of that much importance to you in that sense. And now to hear you say like, you hadn't realized quite how much you wanted it, that like doing it has evoked that. Personally, as being somebody, I'm unsure whether I would be willing, maybe willing, but like able to deal with that amount of demand in that beginning sense. And it's definitely a concern for me. And that would I feel that way in that position and to not make an emotional decision about whether I want a kid or not, but about like, hey, do I have the capacity to physically do this as a human being? Is always a concern. So often you hear some people say like the other way around. They're like, it's the best thing ever, but also, it's the worst.
I do feel like I'm operating at very near max capacity at all times.
Yeah, but which you're doing very well.
But I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Also, you for your entire life have thrived under pressure, right? Like when things come up, like it's a career of going like, oh my God, the shit is going to hit the fan. We've got to show up.
Yeah, I think I'm also incredibly lucky. Like, I'm incredibly lucky that I'm in business with you, and
what lots of people disagreeing listening to this.
No, but I am incredibly lucky because like I have been stretched thin, and you have taken a quite considerable amount of slack from me, and just your understanding and your compassion and like your desire for what is best for me and for the family has made things a lot easier.
Oh man, well, let me just look into the camera and weep.
Single tear. But it's true. Like if you hadn't been who you are, then this whole period would have been a lot more stressful. So yeah.
Well, that's super kind. But I think that's super important anyway. We were chatting to somebody the other day who was talking about our relationship as friends within a business as well. And you're like, that has to come first.
Yeah.
You're like, and actually I was listening to another podcast the other day who were chatting about working together as friends in a business. And they were saying that it's something I've actually mentioned to you previously, and a bit like a marriage, right? In that sense, or any relationship, sorry, not to specify marriage, that the effort is not 50-50. If you're going into it expecting somebody to take the bins out the exact same number of times as you and to wash the dishes, you washed the dishes yesterday, so they're meant to do it today, and so on and so on, like you're going to be miserable.
Yeah.
Because people have different demands, different capacities and affinities for different things. Like they will bring different things to stuff. And as long as people are committed to the same goal and the same, like, I think will and drive is there for the outcome, and that is their effort at that time, then I think it's all grand.
Yeah.
Like, you go, oh, there are times when I'm going to be working my ass off and you're going to be chilling. And that's okay. Like, because there'll be other times when it's the other way around.
Yeah. And I think what you said about, we have different affinities. Like you and I have had, like, we align on so much stuff, but we both have like certain things we're good at. We are like specifically good at. And I think in the last like year, maybe the last 6 months, we've definitely lent into that. We spoke about like having projects and having like projects is the best thing. Having projects that we want to work on and that we're passionate about. And I think that's an important part of it. I think you're right. Like if you go into a relationship, if you go into a business going, hey, everything is going to be 50-50 and I'm going to count and I'm going to make sure you're doing all of this exactly. That's not life and that's not realistic. And also, like, we're in this for the long haul, so it's like it's very much a balancing act. Like, you're right. Sometimes you'll take the slack. Sometimes I'll take the slack. Like, there will be that balance. But it's I absolutely meant what I said. Like, this would have been a lot harder without you. So, there we go.
I'll just weep in the corner.
Getting emotional.
You're on about organisation. Like, if you want somebody to organise stuff, I'm there.
I'm going to watch a training about some organisational piece of software because I love tech. If I can assign tech to any part of my life and a subscription, ideally, because we know I love subscriptions.
Yep.
Then I will be happy. So I'm going to watch that training video.
Okay.
And I will hopefully come out the other side with a new...
But which one?
About motion.
Motion, yeah. Okay, piecing it together. It looks really, really cool. Very, very new at the moment, so let's...
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it, and the training sounded exciting, so I'm excited to watch it.
I mean, let's get after it. Was there? I mean, we didn't really have anything specific to talk about today, did we? It was
this was the true essence of a talk episode.
Where we actually just
this was
talk.
just tangents.
You did tell me before that you're going for dinner tonight.
I am going. Oh God, I am going for dinner tonight.
And then I said, "Oh wow, where are you going?" And
I'm
you
going
said
to Pizza Express.
Yes, I've just brought it up on the podcast because that was not the outcome I actually expected when you said I'm going for dinner. But they are pretty good with kids.
I think that's why. Ultimately, in Wimbledon, the options, if you've got kids, are Bill's and Pizza Express. And we go to Bill's pretty much every time.
So a little change. Bill's breakfast is bad, but Bill's otherwise is fine.
Do you know what? Bill's has had a resurgence.
Has it?
Yeah, I would say maybe 18 months ago, I would have agreed.
But now it's better.
It's definitely better.
Oh, because man, when I was on tour with Matilda, it was brutal.
I know, it's gotten way better since then. It felt like it was good. Then it hit like a slump where they expanded too quickly. They scaled too quickly. It was all a bit rubbish. And now it's gotten,
now it's okay again.
Gotten better
okay,
again.
Then we'll have that. But yes, Pizza Express, can't go wrong as a...
Yeah, I will get dough balls.
I mean, are you really at Pizza Express if you don't?
I'm getting dough balls.
It's the only thing that is only at Pizza Express, isn't it?
That is true.
Otherwise, it's just pizzas.
Yeah. I'm going to get dough balls.
Why go?
It's going to be glorious. I wonder if they do like a mac and cheese ball or something.
They do a mushroom arancini there now.
Oh, I love an arancini. God damn. We need to go to there's an arancini specific shop in London somewhere. Oh, right by the Shaftesbury Theatre.
Oh, in that case, let's go now.
Go now.
Sack this off.
Right by the we should go get some arancini.
I love.
Oh, you just unplugged your microphone.
How am I now?
You're good.
Oh, louder and more wonderful than ever. Here we
Delightful.
are. I'm feeling very confident today after our guest complimented my voice.
Yeah, you got a lot of compliments today.
My vocal compliments were strong.
Your vocal compliments.
Which, considering that's never happened about my singing voice, I'll take it. Should we give us a fact?
Shall I give you a fact? Okay.
Yes.
This one, when I found this fact, you saw me find it because I laughed for 10 minutes.
You did. I'm really hopeful.
I'm a child. On average, you fart enough in one day to fill a party balloon.
Okay, so many questions. Number one, what does one consider to be a full party balloon?
I don't know. I don't have any more details other than that.
So it's just
that was the extent of my
gas,
fact.
isn't it? I guess. Not enough pressure, I imagine, to actually stretch the rubber.
I don't know.
Are they rubber?
I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, probably just the quantity. I think it's the quantity.
What a horrible gift to give somebody.
You imagine
for their birthday, over years, you have spent time filling up 100 balloons with your farts. Like you collect the gas and you fill the balloon with the gas tank filled with that. But when they eventually pop those...
Yeah. or they try and do the helium trick.
Oh, no. I guess they wouldn't float, though.
They wouldn't float.
But you'd need to, maybe you could really go for it and make it look like it was floating.
Yeah, you could suspend it.
Until somebody just fully breathes in your fart. That's rancid.
Yeah, you see why I was laughing for 10 minutes.
Oh, God. And the why of it is really, really there.
Why?
Listen, if you like our information, then head over to www.fit-2.co.uk and click on our Level Up page, or you can do it from our Instagram, and there you'll find our 30-day Level Up, which is literally what it says on the tin, just absolutely free 30 days of emails blasted into your inbox of the best quality information you can find. Blasted is really absolutely blasted into your inbox with hints, tips and tricks on training, nutrition and mindset, everything in there. No requirements for the entire time. And we also have a little special promotion that is still ongoing because you're a listener. You can download our How to Lose Fat in 3 Steps guide absolutely free. Pop it in the website, in the resources there, and use the code, all caps, Fit2Talk. Lovely.
We should probably change that.
Nah, it's still a talk episode.
True.
Because we don't mention it in the guest ones, so we'll keep it.
You can find us on social media at Fit2 Perform West End. And if you've got any questions you want answered by us, you know what to do. Slide into those DMs. I'll be in there with a balloon filled with hearts.
Oh my God. Thank you for joining us. And if you like what you've heard, we have been the Fit2 Perform podcast with me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.